Hello Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's dive into your reading. This will be for the week of the 26th going to the 3rd of March. So let's dive into it, all right? Good timing, Spirit. So your building blocks. I do love this card. It is a card that represents kind of like your individuality or focusing on your individual path. This tells me that you are strong and independent. This tells me that right now what's really important is the decisions that you're making about what's in your life and what you're building on. Okay, so this is very good for like entrepreneurs, by the way, or if you're working up in your career life, for example. But in terms of your personal progress, this is a really good card saying to make sure that you are focusing on what deserves to be in your environment, friends, people, whatever, because it's very beneficial to what you're building to yourself, to make sure that what you're like bringing into your life is actually stable relationships, stable friendships, stable collaborations. Make sure that what you're doing and keeping in your life are not just temporary blocks, is what I'm almost hearing here. Make sure that they fit with your plan. So could be a lot of decisions coming up for you guys, to be honest, this week for that card to come in. So they are saying though, like there is you should be very proud of yourself, even though you're not where you want to be, and I can see that, and you're constantly going to feel that way though, Sagittarius. I'm just going to tell you, not only because of your sign, because you are ruled by the planet Jupiter, which represents the fact that, you know, there is something within you that's always going to want to expand and see new things, explore new, adventures. You are the lifelong student, all right? That's not going to change. You're always going to want more. You're always going to want to think about more and want to see more. But it's also because of the energy that's coming through here, is that I feel like you're constantly growing. You're constantly thinking about new things. And maybe where you are right now is not part of the plan, or maybe it is, who knows? But it's almost as if like I can see that you're building towards something, which is why you're wanting that expansion now as well. All right, let's see. You're building something for Sagittarius. Interesting. Okay, so you have a never-ending story, which is basically, and it also came out with this card as well, which I'm going to speak about with you. I will clarify these a bit later as well to go deeper into them. But these came out together, and the vibes I'm getting immediately is that don't sit around the clock, okay? Remember, time is kind of... Don't worry about the timing of something is what I want to say to you. Make sure that you're also having fun at the same time. Like, things don't have to be so serious this week is one big message I'm hearing. Because Never Ending Story is almost like she's so frustrated and she's starting to get insecure about something, which is why that mirror is there. Because she's constantly wondering, is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? Is this really going to happen? Am I manifesting it in yet? When is it going to happen? I need to know a date, a time, a location, whatever it is that you guys are bringing in, building towards. Clearly is to do with a goal, specific goal, I don't know. All right. Don't wear yourself out and drain yourself and make yourself feel those kind of little low vibe energies of fear and all that kind of stuff, because they're asking you to come to the edge. When feelings feel like that and when you start to get caught up in that moment, go and have some fun somewhere. Go and do something fun, whether it's meeting up with friends, whether you're taking some sort of like... I was seeing that this is more of a card of doing like, I want to say risky things. Please take in mind, I'm not talking about anything that is, that risky. It's more about things you've never done before. Like coming to the edge reminds me of kind of flirting with life a little bit. It's kind of like testing things a little bit, doing like testing yourself, maybe even, I just get this feeling that some of you need to let loose a little bit and shake it out. Like I just feel like something needs to be shaken out. I don't know what they mean by that, but I do have some other oracles. We will dive into that. I hope that makes some sense. It's like, have fun. You guys need to go and have fun. Like if you find that you're working during the day and in the nights you're just overthinking about where your life is going, same thing. Stop thinking about the future so much in this week anyways. Like it's good to think about where you want to go, that's okay. But when it becomes draining, when it starts to really deplete you, very strong message here, go out and do something. Go make a plan for the night times if you know what you're like, that you're just going to sit at home and question and wonder about something, come to the edge. Right, let's see. For Sagittarius, please, Spirit, for this week. Like, do what makes you feel good, or do something that makes you feel excited, you know. I like that energy. Door to personal healing and happiness. Let's get one more. And you have yin and yang. You know, work hard, play hard. It's the balance that you need. 2 2s coming through here. That could be significant if you're seeing 2 2 2. This could actually represent the fact that there might need to be a balance. 2s in numerology kind of represent a collaboration anyway. So even if it's not you and a partner, this is you and the universe, okay? Or again, it just represents duality. And in this case, it's work hard, play hard vibes coming through here. And this is the door to personal healing and happiness. It's not just the end goal of your career that's going to bring you personal healing and happiness. It's what you're doing outside of that, really, at the end of the day. Because otherwise, you know, when you retire or anything, you know, what are you going to do with your life? Build those habits now. I think it's really important. We have peace here. We have that rainbow here. It all represents really good free-flowing feelings and emotions. So it's good. It's coming from that balance. All right, well, let's dive into your energy. Let's see for my lovely Sagittariuses, please. Sagittarians. King of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. King of Swords, definitely a collaboration coming up here, a conversation about a plan here. Can be a little bit conflicting at times. I don't know where this is. I don't know if this is in a family. I don't know. But it's 3 of Pentacles is either building a plan or building a foundation of something, working on something, and it is also a kind of collaboration. And we have King of Cups and King of Swords. This could be, if we're going to go there, collaboration between your heart and your mind. There could be a little bit of disagreements here between those two. Again, that duality, there is something about 2 energies need to come as one, not just effortlessly, but in harmony. And that's where the struggle is coming through here. It's your head against your heart, your thoughts against your feelings. Or again, it could be 2 people who have very different perspectives, are kind of struggling to get to a mutual ground. Let's see. Sagittarius' energy, please, Spirit. The 9 of Wands and 6 of Pentacles. This is very interesting because if you are dealing with someone outside of yourself this week, the 9 of Wands is like defensiveness, and 6 of Pentacles, I mean, it's just this, okay, I'm picking up 2 different messages here because it's almost like you could be feeling a little bit offended is the word that's coming to mind specifically, and on guard because maybe something doesn't feel quite fair. Maybe something's being given to someone that you feel like doesn't deserve it, and that's where their feelings are coming up here. If there is like a group project, maybe someone's getting more of the credit when you've been doing more of the work. Like, I'm just sensing this energy of unfairness coming through that's kind of peeing you off a little bit, to be honest with you. So maybe there is a conversation with the boss, I don't know. Maybe there is a conversation with somebody saying, hey, look, like, I don't know. There's a lot of different scenarios that this is going to be, and I don't like doing things that are too specific because I know I end up like discounting a lot of people. Discounting? I end up, you know, I want everyone to get a message out of this week, but yeah, for a lot of you, there is some feelings of, that's not really fair though. Coming from you is what it feels like, right? 9 of Wands, the Empress. Now, the Empress is all about abundance. So if you do find yourself in a position, even if you're looking at people online and you're like, oh, that person gets it so easy, you know, be careful when comparing yourself. And that's, I guess, the ultimate message here. And that can be where that never-ending story and that frustration is coming from, those insecurities. Like, well, what does that person have that I don't? And, you know, why does it always happen to those kinds of people and not me? You know, that energy, although valid to think that way sometimes, and I get it, the Empress is understanding that the world and the universe is abundant. All right, it's a card of abundance. It's a card of knowing your worth. And just because other people are getting credit where they might not deserve it doesn't mean that you're not going to get the credit in your life too. And it's almost about understanding that, again, things are very unlimited in this world, in this universe. The possibilities and opportunities are limitless. So in this case, it's about kind of understanding and sitting back on your throne and not getting offended, because just because someone's getting something and you're not doesn't mean that, you know, that you're not going to get it. it's limitless. There's a limitless amount of things in the world that you can have, basically. So if someone's getting a pay rise, it doesn't mean that you're not deserving of it. It doesn't mean that you won't get one either. It's almost like that's the opposite. Or if you're if there is someone online that you're seeing and they have all this money and you're like, I'm never going to be there and I'm never going to have that successful business like they do. Just because one person's successful doesn't mean that you're not. You know, that's just the vibe. Just because someone else is getting it doesn't mean that your possibilities now are less because that person's gaining something. No, don't worry. Let it inspire you. Let it bring something in you that goes, if they can do it, then I can do it too. Because otherwise you end up sending different messages out. You know, you end up sending insecurity out in the universe and, you know, a lack mindset. Come to the edge. Play a little bit with it, all right? Don't be afraid to experiment in your life and have fun with it. That's just a message for a few of you. I don't want to offend anyone by saying these things. So I hope that it doesn't offend you. If it's not your message, then that's completely fine. But sometimes it happens to the best of us. We feel a little bit like envious, like, why do these people get all of this, you know, opportunities or whatever? We'll fall into that just because someone's let it inspire you. And maybe it does sometimes, but this case you feel a little bit like, ugh. Anyways, this could spark a conversation with somebody where you might end up collaborating with someone, whether, you know, with the King of Swords could even be like an accountant, for example. Like, it's like dealing with someone who might be able to help you with something, okay? All right, let's see what are the challenges. 6 of Wands. That's not really a challenge. 4 of Swords. These are good cards. So whenever good cards come up in a challenge position, I really don't see it as much of a challenge. It's nothing crazy. It just means that there might be some blockages when it comes down to feeling successful or feeling confident. The 6 of Wands does say that there is victory coming your way. There is a lot of attention coming your way, and a lot of support coming your way as well. But the 6 of Wands, because it's a challenge here, you might not be putting yourself up on that high horse or in positions or holding yourself to the regard that you should be. You should have a lot more confidence in what you do this week, is what's coming through here. I'm getting like pain in my eye in your reading all of a sudden, so make sure you check them if you have that. I don't deal with health. I'm not a doctor, so I cannot diagnose absolutely anything. So yeah, that's up to you to go and check that out, okay? 4 of Swords is another card of actual health too, so a challenge here. Maybe you do feel a bit sick or grouchy at times, or maybe this is like internal things that you're still healing, okay? The 4 of Swords does represent that there is going to be a break, maybe a need for some time out, all right? Or maybe a need to focus a little bit on your health and healing. And then you have the 6 of Swords, which is saying that you are moving forward. There is progress spiritually. You're moving forward, or maybe you are physically moving. This is good. This is moving towards calmer times, so it is quite good here. Anything else for my lovely Sagittariuses? I'm actually going to go through and clarify these cards for you. So let's see building blocks. Ooh, yeah. There is a partnership coming in that's going to be very important for your growth, by the way. So Ace of Wands is a card of like a new beginning when it comes down to your passion, motivation, your energy. I like to see this as like a flame, like a spark coming into your life. Because it's clarifying a card all about building yourself up and building your life, your legacy. There is definitely a new beginning coming through, most likely a partnership and a collaboration. Could be someone who's very different to you, but that could be where you work out being very well. Could be some conflict, disagreements. It might be a need to delegate and make sure that we each know our specialities in something. But 2 of Cups is generally a really good conversation with someone, and I mean, it could be love for some of you. You could meet somebody here and there's a very passionate connection. But 2 of Cups doesn't just have to be love wise. It's kind of like a soulmate, someone that you click with. I've had this card before when it comes down to having a really good meeting, and I was wondering, okay, is this going to go well? And it did go very well because the 2 of Cups came up. It's a good meeting. It's a good collaboration. It's a good connection with somebody that clearly is going to be very beneficial to you. All right. Now, with this never-ending story, the Star card is about healing. It's about your dreams, about your goals. It's causing some frustration a little bit. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. I think it's very similar to what we've been saying. Because Five of Pentacles, you know, sometimes there's almost this comparison of some people get it so easy. Like some people kind of get that support, or they have that, you know, but it's like almost like, don't worry about what everyone else is doing is what I'm sensing here. Heal that lack that's within you that's causing you to panic or feel frustrated that you don't know where your life is going right now. Because it's not the sense that you don't know where it's going. It's like you're not seeing results straight away, or you're not seeing results today at least. So it's like this energy of like, well, is it going to happen though? If I just have the answer and if I just know it's going to happen, then I'll let it go. But the universe doesn't come. I wish that they did that. Imagine you just get like a little letter saying yes. Yes, it is. But you're still going to worry about it unless someone actually comes to your door and gives it to you already. You know, you're always going to have doubts at times. But you have to heal that root issue as making you feel unsupported, making you feel a lack. This feeling of frustration is letting you know that there is something in the root within you that does need to be kind of... It's good in a way. Again, if you want to look at the silver lining of things, where you're like, oh, like I feel so crap when this happens and I hate this feeling. Okay, but actually, why am I feeling this way when I should really trust in the thing that I'm working towards and in the thing that I'm manifesting? You know, there is a lack there. Five of Pentacles could be in regards to finances, in which case, again, like, you know, we don't have any strong financial cards here apart from the Empress. Basically meaning to trust in that abundance, and it absolutely will come to you. Three Pentacles, whatever this partnership is or collaboration or whatever this conversation is, actually could lead to more money in the future. Okay, so let's see, should I get one more for that? I feel like it. Six of Cups and an Ace of Swords. I mean, some of you could get some communication from a child, or again, this is gaining truth about past situations. Some sort of nostalgia might give you some sort of truth. I don't know exactly what this is. Maybe the keys in your childhood. Maybe that's why you feel this way. If that's something you didn't think about until now. Six of Cups and Ace of Swords. There is some truth, maybe communication coming in from maybe a past situation. All right. It does feel like it's something that might help you resolve something or fix something. Or if that's what you're waiting for, you know, there could be a soulmate connection coming in. But I would definitely say to heal that root issue first, right? Because at the end of the day, that time is not going to speed up the more that you're staring at it. It's going to go at its own pace. It's going to go the way it needs to go. It's going to go in the timing that it needs to do, divine timing. You thinking about it, you stressing about it is not going to change that. Okay, so remember that when you're feeling stressed the next time, and then try and do something different to get your mind off of it. Let's clarify the Come to the Edge. Seven of Swords, interesting. It's a card of strategy. It is a card of strategy. What was the other one? Like being strategic when it comes down to your path. But I'm gonna just clarify because it also can have some quite negative meanings. So let's see, why is this Come to the Edge card here? The Devil, the Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands is a good card. It's about coming together. It's about celebration. Seven of Swords and the Devil. Let's just clarify the Seven of Swords here. Nine of Cups, Five of Cups, and a Tower. Okay, I'm almost sensing here. This is quite tricky. Because with Coming to the Edge, it is a good card. All right, and again, it is a card about kind of flying around with life. But again, just be a little bit mindful about certain risks. I mean, with the Devil, like I said before, I'm not talking about anything that's to do with gambling or addictions. I'm not saying that. I don't think that's where things should go. Because with the Seven of Swords, sometimes it can be self-sabotage. And with the Devil, it would say like doing things out of fear is not a good thing to do this week. So giving up on something or completely, you know, you might mess up your own progress by trying to speed up time a little bit. And again, it's coming from a place of fear and a little bit of self-sabotage too. Okay, so that's the energy. that could be coming through in a message for some of you, because at the end of the day, Four of Wands saying you can reach a milestone, there is success. The Tower, Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is usually a card of wish fulfillment. Again, be careful of like any indulgence in things that we shouldn't, or any greed. Be careful of that, especially with the Devil. The Tower, Five of Cups. It feels like anything that you do that's like completely risky, not the risk that I was speaking about, because I will get into that. Like, I'm just talking about things that make you feel happy and things that you enjoy. If there is anything that is kind of causing you to do something out fair, we'll say that again, it won't have a very good ending, okay? So, I mean, Seven of Swords. Yeah. Just in a sense, like, make sure you're not kind of betraying yourself. Some of you, if you are in a situation where, you know, you are in like a job, for example, with the Devil, Seven of Swords, where there is like lying people involved, like some of you could be in that kind of environment. This is not a message for everybody, but if anything's making you feel like you're, like if anything uses fear to control you, if anything uses control to control you, like power, I don't know, because it's almost this energy of like, I always see that this rock is starting to crumble. And eventually you're going to have to take a leap of faith anyway. So for some of you, if you are waiting for the right time, I feel like you're going to have success, but, you know, because of maybe some people around you, there could definitely be a falling out. And that was like inevitable. I mean, maybe you've been through that already. It's almost like something was really wearing thin. Like sometimes this is like a Fool card energy, which I have so many messages about this and it actually caught me off guard a little bit. So that could represent something for you. This is quite hard to give advice for, because I want to make sure I'm giving quality advice. One more, please, Spirit, just for the come to the edge. Page of Cups. That's an emotional surprise. So yeah, I already kind of said that. I mean, there could be somebody here who pops out the blue, or a surprising message that catches you off guard here. I just really need one more. Ten of Pentacles. Now, Ten of Pentacles, I mean, it could be about family. Who knows? Some of you, this could be in regards to, again, like some sort of financial situation. Like, Ten of Pentacles is not a bad card. And the Page of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. For some of you, now, because we have quite difficult cards, like clearly separation, clearly someone who, you know, definitely could be lying or whatever, or sneaky or selfish, I see that there is going to be success for you anyways, because you do have the Four of Wands and the Nine of Cups, which is celebration, reaching a milestone, doing something you're proud of, and gaining wish fulfillment. But it almost feels like it comes with some disappointment. Maybe there's something that you're doing that does require some sort of leap of faith. Apologies. This one got me stuck. I guess you will probably know what this is if you're already going through it. It could be in reference to a will. It could be in reference to family. It could be in reference to finances, or it could be in reference to maybe a relationship or a work situation with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. But Seven of Swords, the Devil. Be careful of anything that's trying to rule out or fear, even if it's in your own mind. Because I can't be sure whether this is internal and it's to do with you, or if it's to do with everything, you know, outside of yourself. But it is going to come as a surprise, to be honest, or it did, especially with the Tower card and the Five of Cups. Whatever is falling apart, though, can be rebuilt. So it's not the end of the world here. But it's almost like I'm seeing like a slip up, which makes sense with this too. And she's so busy, you know, doing whatever that she, like, you know, she slipped. She didn't watch her step. But I don't know if that's you or somebody else. So if you are doing anything sneaky, be careful. And I'm not saying that like because for sometimes, I mean, if you're trying to get away from a devil energy, again, just make sure that we're watching our steps here. Right. I wouldn't panic too much. These aren't great cards, but you do have good cards with it. And again, I did pick up a good energy anyways from this card before we got these devil energies, Seven of Swords. So whatever needs to fall apart clearly has to go anyways. If the devil is involved in the Seven of Swords, it's not very good. I mean, if you have to sneak out from something or lie to somebody for doing something good for yourself or whatever, then there's a little bit of control or a little bit of not good energies there. Right, let's go to the door of personal healing and happiness. You have the Hanged One, okay, the Hanged Man. This is Piscean energy, and yeah, the Love is here as well. This is representing, again, maybe to do with the love connection. Might be the door to healing and happiness for some of you. For others of you, it's about kind of making some sort of choice from a situation that's got you feeling a little bit stuck. This is a good card for enlightenment, all right? Taking some time out to make sure that you're looking at something in a different perspective. Some of you, if you are in a toxic relationship, maybe that's something that you are kind of realizing that you're in for some of you. Because with the door to personal healing and happiness, maybe the way that you see it is in a kind of different perspective. You see it as love, when in reality is it could be the devil, you know. It could be more about fear and control or temptation or than anything else. But this is going to be so different. Like that really changed the whole spread, to be honest. It changed the whole reading. Right. But in general, outside of that situation, it does feel like you are making really important and guided decisions that are really going to help you lead to a lot of personal healing and happiness. And for some of you, it will be love that it will lead you to as well. And that passage is waiting behind the door when you are walking into personal healing. Oh my goodness, you meet the love of your life, for example. And the yin and yang, please, Spirit. King of Pentacles. Alright, it could be in regards to your work, your stability. Again, work hard, play hard. Four of Pentacles. Now that's so interesting because these cards are almost like the same for me. And I know it's strange, but it's almost like I always see the Four of Pentacles as the King of Pentacles who thinks it's kind of more of a shadow self of the King of Pentacles. So with the yin and yang, you know, there is thinking you have an abundance or thinking that you need to hold on to everything to get to the abundance. I don't know, it's almost like these are quite opposites. The King of Pentacles is on the throne because, you know, he knows what abundance is to him. He knows what stability is. He doesn't need to control his money. He doesn't need to control his resources. He trusts that it will come back to him. He's in a positive mindset when it comes down to his stability. When you come from a place of like that devil energy, that fear and that I must hold on to this, I'm not going to give any of it away because if I do, I'm going to lose it and I'm not going to get it back. That's a lack mindset. You don't believe in your ability to attract an abundance. And this could be in anything that's long-term, anything that's stable. Maybe a lot of you, again, dealt with instability throughout your life. So it's very normal to have those feelings because that's what you witnessed. But it's not the world, all right? Because there are people out there who have a lot of stability, who spend their money like fucking crazy, and yet still have plenty of it. You know, like if people can live like that, you absolutely can live whatever you want to live. That's of course speaking about Pentacles because that's what's coming through, but it doesn't just have to be money, all right? It's to do with your wealth in general and however you define that. But there's one that is like fearfully holding on, so much so that she has no more hands left. There's literally no more for her, like in her mindset, for her to grow. She can't move anymore. She doesn't have freedom anymore, you understand? Whereas this gal can get up, walk wherever they want. They trust more, you understand? So if that makes any sense to you, the yin and the yang is almost like a little bit of the shadow self, to be honest. Needs a little bit of attention here, but that's okay. I think life is full of balancing those two energies, all right? But anyway, I wish you guys all the best. I really hope this reading was okay to you. Apologies for being a little bit stuck in the middle with that devil energy. I was not expecting that. Just remember that if that happens, or if it has happened, or if it is going to happen, whatever, Just know that you will be okay because of it. And anything that's with the devil energy anyways, we want to cut out. So whatever truth you end up realizing, or whatever causes the separation from that devil energy, like for example, maybe you are doing something and then all of a sudden someone sees that you are doing something, I don't know, like what's a good advice, like what's a good not advice, but sorry, I've been speaking so much today and I'm trying to cut the readings a little bit shorter for you guys, but it just happens naturally. So for example, let's say that you are trying to do good for yourself outside of a connection, and maybe the person you're with is a bit controlling. I hope it's not the case, but I'm just trying to explain it in a way that makes, like, even if you're outside of that and it's a job, for example, and you're trying to do something outside of that for yourself, and all of a sudden they catch you doing it, and instead of going, oh, they're good for you, they start bringing in law, or like, well, you can't do that. Like, they become controlling. And I don't think the Seven of Swords is you doing anything sneaky. Come to the edge. It's like maybe you're doing something fun and someone comes in and puts fear in you. Like, I don't know, you will be disconnecting from that. The Tower card and the Five of Cups, that will be disappointing for you to have to go through that. It's not nice, but it is going to lead you towards wish fulfillment and a lot more celebration. So ultimately it's revealing something to you that needs to change for you to get out of something that's a little bit toxic. Okay, even if it's a part of yourself that's saying it to yourself. If you're trying to have fun with your life outside of your work and there's a voice in your head that's saying, hey, Sagittarius, you need to be working, what the hell are you doing? You can't be doing things like that. Like, you should feel guilty. No, that is going to give you an epiphany to understand, all right, well, I need to heal that part of myself, and I need to have more fun so I stop feeling that way whenever I have a little bit of it. I don't know what your situation is. Very general reading. I do apologize again for getting stuck and still trying to explain what I'm trying to sense with that. But I hope it has helped in any way. All right, let me know down below in the comment section. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe if you like. It helps me out, and I'd love to have you here. But apart from that, I wish you guys the best, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.